Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Delaware Camera is your #1 spot for all your camera needs, education, accessories, printing, and more. Located at 2635 Delaware Avenue in Buffalo. Visit cameraspot.com.
Hey, true believers, this is Mark from Delaware Camera. And we're back here again with Ray Nason, who was Ray on our first one? Maybe the first one?
I think it was the second.
And we did a Benro little introduction because Ray sells Benro and SARAMONIC, and he was so gracious to come back and talk to our audience about SARAMONIC mics, because we use SARAMONIC mics every week for the live broadcast, which we love them. We sell them in the store. We think they're a great product. So without further ado, I'm gonna hand it over to Mr. Ray Nason.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
All right.
Hi, all you true believers out there. Hopefully, you're gonna start sounding remarkable with SARAMONIC audio. SARAMONIC, there's a lot of brands now that are being manufactured in China who are 50, 60 years old that we are just really hearing about. A lot of these manufacturers were OEM manufacturers for names that begin with an S and end with a Y. I really can't say the brand, but I think you know what I'm talking about. The SARAMONIC brand itself starts with very simple plug-in USB lavalier microphones that if you're working remote, if you're teaching remote, if you wanted to have a better Zoom presentation, for under 30 bucks, you can really up your game with audio. Mics can be used as lavaliers. Mics can be used as handheld microphones. Mics can be used as shotgun microphones. And we start at a consumer level that we call the Blink 500. The Blink 500 is a dual system, being that it works on 2 channels, left and right, or 2 sources. So right now we're on a dual system audio. Myself and Mark are mic'd up into 1 camera or 1 switcher and a couple of cameras because we're kind of fancy here at Delaware Camera. But this is a very simple thing to do. It's not very difficult. The results can be way better. If this was out of focus, for example, but yet my voice was still clear, you'd have a good time. You'd still have an okay time watching this. If we were sharp as can be, well lit, perhaps groomed a little better, with horrible audio, you'd get bored really quickly. And it's just a frustration factor that happens. So Blink 500 dual system, we literally have a transmitter that's built into the transmitter itself with a microphone, plus it can be plugged in for lavaliers. On that stretch, let's pretend that if you don't own a camera, but you own a smartphone, you own something that is USB-C or Lightning connection for Apple, SARAMONIC has you covered with a receiver that plugs into your phone. Simply enough, it plugs in, it does all the magic for you, and you can have great sounding audio. The next step along the Blink line is the Blink 500 Pro. We go from Wi-Fi, which is the Blink 500, to 2.4 gigahertz, which extends the range. It means that you can actually have a walk-around audio solution. The Blink 500 Pro, it comes with a case that basically pairs the transmitters to the receivers and charges them. So let's pretend that I'm leaving here and I'm en route to my second location for the day. If I pop these back in the charging block case, do that and press a button, they're pairing each other, so the signals are all connected, and it's recharging the internal battery system. I mean, how cool is that? This is like your headphones. Yeah. Now, the other kind of neat thing about the Blink 500 Pro system is you can take one of the transmitters, which again, has a built-in microphone, or you can use a lavalier. They make accessories like this Blink 500 Pro HM that has a battery system in it. This is my personal unit itself. It slides on. I can put a windsock over it, and now I have a handheld microphone that we can be, Ray and Mark TV here at Delaware Camera. Up to you, Mark.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Ray.
So if your application is a longer recording time with a microphone, this is an awesome. I mean, this is under 60 bucks for the stick itself, if you would. And again, it's a battery system, and it also takes your wireless microphone into a handheld microphone. So a lot of really cool stuff. I'm proud to say we have something that's more, I don't want to call it precious, but definitely precious, that for an onboard shotgun microphone. You think about a shotgun microphone, I want to have it on camera, and I'm going to reach out with the audio and try to grab. what's happening within the client itself. SARAMONIC released the vMic 5 and the vMic 5 Pro. They both have an internal battery system that's going to last 1,000,000 hours. Of course, I'm lying about that. It's more like 20 hours, but 20 hours worth of audio per charge is a long, long time. So the battery pack is included. It's a true shotgun microphone with the cardioid systems on left and right. So you basically have, we'll call it a stereo, but it's not quite stereo. It's separate left-right recordings. The other kind of neat thing about what SARAMONIC is doing is they're adding a lot of headset inputs, which a lot of the competitors don't have. The headset means you can monitor what audio is coming into your camera, and hopefully you turned off the auto gain in your camera, which is basically a no-no. It's kind of like auto ISO. You don't ever want to do that. Or raise rules. You don't want to do that. So within the vMic 5 Pro, you have gain. You have to increase your levels. You also have a way to reduce the bass and the boost itself, which means if you're ever driving down the road, and we've all experienced this, that car driving by and all you hear is the bass going thump, 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 thump. Well, we can reduce that or almost eliminate it with one switch of your audio, which is really cool because nothing frustrates me more than having that thump, 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 thump when I'm trying to listen to the news or driving. So it's my kind of a deal. Super lightweight, USB-C charge, metal mount. And again, put it on. You can take this and plug a headset into it and understand what the audio is doing before it even hits your camera, or if you're using a splitter or whatnot. Now, proud to say I've got something that kind of a first peek, if you would. UW, when I walked in with this, we had a lot of people really excited about this. This is a UW Mic 9 Mini. Okay, what the Mini means is the UW Mic 9, the UW, I gotta open it up. The UW Mic 9 system is something that we had a Wi-Fi system that was made for another brand we've already talked about, but I can't mention. They had separate transmitters that would be plugging into XLR. They had handheld transmitters and with the receivers. It was metal. It was made super well. This is along that path. As of today, they don't have all the ancillary accessories out. So it's not a full system, but it's coming on strong. Internal battery pack, 2.4 gigahertz. So this is for the videographer. This is for the filmmaker. This is for someone who, you know, understands with audio itself and wants to get better audio. And like I said, with the accessories coming in the near future, this is a game changer. This is under $500 at retail. When we start talking about audio prices, and we'll use the term cheap or inexpensive, good audio, it's not cheap, you know? I'm not going to say the consumer level, because the consumer level, you can spend, you know, $100 to $200 and get some really good stuff. It's so much better than your camera or your phone. When it comes down to production work, we really want to up the game of the audio. We want to be able to make sure we're not clipping. We want to make sure the vibrancy of the audio is better, and we can help you with that. So this is like, okay, when you open something like this, it's like a pair of shoes. It actually comes with a dust bag. Okay, so I start looking at this. It's not just a cardboard box. It has a dust bag. Open up the dust bag, and it has a systems case. Now, audio gear itself, I wouldn't say it's fragile, but it's fragile. If you drop it, yesterday I have another microphone which I can't talk about because it's broken. It's in my luggage. I can't show it because it's broken. I'm on the road for 2 weeks with this new device I'm going to talk about, and I can't talk about it because it's broken. Someone dropped it and stepped on it, so it wasn't me. But when we start talking about this professional system, the UW Mic 9 Kit 2 Mini, this is how small it is. And I'm gonna do a test right now, and I know what the answer is going to be. Mark, can you feel this and tell me what your first thoughts are?
It's heavy.
It's heavy.
Yes.
So it's substantial. It's made of metal, not plastic. So if this were to be the one that he dropped and stepped on, I'm pretty sure that it would have survived. But that is the receive unit. This is the transmit unit. And this is where the microphones and the line-in will plug in. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, SARAMONIC also offers a line-in. So for all you wedding or function photographers, if you have a DJ and he's got a sound system and you got an MC talking, you can plug this right into a soundboard and get awesome audio without a loss. So that in by itself is worth the admission. These kits also include some very high quality lavaliers that plug in. They are replaceable. They're a screw-in style, so you don't have to worry about someone jerking and pulling it out, which has been something on the lower level microphone systems. Let's face it, a TRS connection or a TRRS connection is definitely something that can be easily yanked out. These guys here are physically threaded on the inside. So unfortunately, if you yank on it, the whole device is going to come. But being metal and being substantial and being an internal battery system, a lithium-ion battery system. So you're going to be on the lookout for this guy here. This is a hot number. This is a real hot number. It sounds remarkable. Not just okay, remarkable. So
Will's excited.
Yeah, Will is smiling. He is definitely smiling, and I don't think it was the dust bag or the hard case. But again, anything that comes with a dust bag,
nice.
I gotta say that just looms quality and confidence as well, because God.
Also saves money because you don't have to buy the case.
No,
Cases
are good.
Yeah,
cases are good. So I could talk for hours, but there's a solution for everyone. We really appreciate Delaware Camera and Mark making this an opportunity for y'all. And if you have any questions, come on in. Delaware Camera, Buffalo, New York. Really good guys, know their stuff. It's nice to do business with a small business, family run, family owned, family operated. They have multiple locations outside the state, and it's always a pleasure for me to come in, welcome, and offer advice, if you would, on what the market trends are doing. And so
all right,
they got you back.
All right, thank you, Ray, for coming on, and we appreciate it, and we will see you guys next time.
See you, true believers.
Thanks, Ray.
Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Delaware Camera is your #1 spot for all your camera needs: education, accessories, printing, and more. Located at 2635 Delaware Avenue in Buffalo. Visit cameraspot.com.